everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and we are on the 7th day of Christmas gift tags, and today we're doing 7 Swans a Swimming. Now again, I have used the same cartridge, Joys of the Seasons, for the 7 Swans a Swimming, and I've used scrap paper for everything except for the side that I printed the little sentiment on. And I used just different scratch paper I had from my stash. Some of it was from hot off the press. This dark blue here that I used for the water was, and then the white was just stuff in my stash, and then the other was some scraps of Christmas paper I had. I believe it's from K & Company. So let's get started. Now the first thing that I did is I went ahead, and I'm still using the same tags, but on this one I'm using I covered it completely in white on both sides. Here's the sentiment, and here is the other side. And then what I did is I used Tim Holtz Distress ink in Ice Spruce and in Pumice Stone to make my tag dimensional. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. When I was putting together my extra tags, I made a mistake and finished off the tag I had saved to show you the technique. So I'll pull that tag in just a minute, but we're going to work on the front first. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put my swan together. This was the layer that it came in. This is the normal layer, and I just cut that in white. And then this was the layer function. And it actually printed two things. It printed this, it cut this piece that can be used for water, and I've already turned them into stickers just to save some time, but it cut that, and then it also cut a little piece for his beak to be black, and I didn't want to waste the time or the paper to go ahead because it printed that as one layer, and so I just decided I would just draw it in with my pen just like that. So that part's done, and then I did this in this gray, kind of gray blue paper, trying to kind of mimic water. I cut it, the 7 Swans a Swimming, at 1.5 inches on the shadow function, and then I went back with some red paper just to add, that's our one little pop of different color, and I went back and did that in 1.5 inches on the regular button, just so that I could get the 2 dimensions there. Now I learned with this one, because the word a swimming, or the words a swimming, are so big, that instead of starting with my image, I want to start with a swimming for my 7 Swans a Swimming. And that, I want it fairly close to the bottom because this barely all fits. And so then here's my swan that I'm going to add, and you'll see this is how, in fact I had to pick it up and move it down on the other tags I did, because I would its head was sticking up off the top, and I was afraid it was small enough it would just get bent or it would get torn off. So here's 7, and I did it a couple of different ways. On one of them I just put swans, and then on the other one I'm doing just like I did with this one, or I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to just kind of go at an angle. Fills up some of that blank space a little bit more. Now that's pretty, but I decided to do another technique to add a little bit of shimmer. So what I did is I have my little box here that I do my spraying in, and I have my homemade water mixed with just regular Perfect Pearls, and I'm going to give that a spray. And since the back side of this tag's done, I'll just let it dry, sit in the box and dry, and then I'll show you how I did the distressing on the back. And I'm just spraying it just a few times. Now this is just water with some Perfect Pearls in it, and then I put some BBs in it just to help me mix it. Now, one thing I noticed when I did this is it does make the paper bubble up just a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a problem with the tag when it's all completed. So then when we're all done and dry, you see it doesn't, I mean, it kind of changes the tag just a little bit, but not a lot. And I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but it's really shimmery. Probably the best place that you can see it on camera is through the blue and through the red little shimmers of, it's just shiny. And that's what I wanted for this one. And so now let's finish off the back. So I took these two colors, like I told you. I have the ice spruce and I have the pumice stone. And I just distressed it. Now I'm going in with the wrong one. Sorry about that. I'm going in fairly far on this because I actually want color through most of the tag. There will be very little pure white in it. So that's the ice spruce, and then we'll get the pumice stone. And I just thought they just kind of looked, I don't know, I just thought they looked good together. And then we'll just keep blending. And I may go back and maybe add a little bit of more of the ice spruce. Tell you what, I am probably going to regret not buying 2 sets of these seasonal distress ink, because I think of all of them, the ice spruce is definitely my favorite, and I just really like it. Okay, so then I went back through my stash and I also found these little charms, these little heart charms. And I think I just got them at Walmart. They're a Cousin's brand. And then the ribbon I'm going to use is just some from, I think it's American Crafts. I'm not positive on that. But it's just got some little snowflakes on it. Now, this time, what I'm going to do, I also, like some of the other ones, I saved this piece. So let's put both, we'll just play with it. I'm not quite sure, I didn't do this before off camera, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to attach my charm, but I thought it would be a nice little addition to this. That's, you know, this is a fairly simple little tag, more simple than some of our other ones have been. Actually, let's do it like this. Let's run them through as one. And then what I'm wondering if I can do is just bring this little charm, no, that's not going to work. Maybe we'll do it like this instead. Put this like this up here, and then instead of doing it like we have been, bring this one around. I think I want my charm to be on the back side where the words are this time. There we go. If there are many different sprays that you can get. I made my own, and I have a video posted on the blog you can find about making them. I believe it's under supplies, but there are videos on YouTube where you can learn to make them, or you can buy them. Perfect Pearls is one of the less expensive name brands out there, so you can just use what you would like on that. Let's see, I think I goofed that one up. Let's try, I can fix that in a minute. Let's just try this again. I forgot to pull it tight the first time. I tell you, I need practice with my bow tying skills. They leave something to be desired. There we go. This time I tighten it first. Then we'll run the charm through and tighten a bow. Now this is just a little bit different take on the ones that we've done before. Again, tying it tight. And I think what I was going to tie a little bow, but I think that will take away from our charm. So I think instead what I'm going to do is just double tie it in a knot like that, and then just let that tail hang up with the tail of the ribbon. So there we go. We have 7 swans a-swimming with our shimmery colors. Whoops, picked up a fuzz ball. And tomorrow we come back for 8 Maids a-Milking. So thanks for watching and have a great day.